All right, class, welcome back. This time we are in section 8.6, which is just more graphing quadratic functions. And the goal of this lesson is to understand how to use the vertex formula. Well, what is the vertex formula? The vertex formula says that this will be the x value of the vertex and this will be the y value of the vertex. Well, let's explore this a little further. Typically, these are in the form, we're talking about quadratics that are in this form of, I'll just write it here, ax squared plus bx plus c. And so they look like this. Okay, so the coefficient of the x term is b, and the coefficient of the a term is a. The coefficient of the x squared term is a. So right here we're going to identify a and b. So in this case, a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 6. Okay, so if I want to find the x coordinate of the vertex of this parabola right here, I'm going to figure out what negative b over 2a is. So the opposite of b, or negative b, is going to be negative 6 over 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, so that's going to give me a negative 3. Again, this is the x value of the vertex. So how do I find the y value? Well, to find the y value, I'm going to figure out what the f of 3 is. Or in other words, I'm going to plug in negative 3 where I see x. So everywhere I see x, this is what this says. Wherever you see x, then substitute it for negative 3. All right. So again, everywhere I see x, I've put negative 3, and we're going to see what this equals. So this is saying that we plug into the function the value of x. See that this whole thing right here, we substitute whatever that value is, which in this case is negative 3, into the function. So we do the f of 3. Okay, so we're going to get negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9, minus 18 plus 5. Well, 9 plus 5 is 14, minus 18 is a negative 4. So the value of this function when x is negative 3, again, the value of this function when x is negative 3 is negative 4. So this is the y value. When x is negative 3, y is negative 4. And this right here is the vertex of this parabola. All right, let's do a different one here. I want to change these coefficients. So if you already wrote these down, just go ahead and change them. All right, so here again we're going to do the same thing. So this is again just understanding how to use the vertex formula, which is right here. This needs to be memorized, and you need to know how to use it. So again, my process here is I'm going to identify a. A is negative 2 and b is a positive 8. But now I want to know the opposite of b, which is a negative 8, over 2 times a, which is a negative 2. All right, well, negative 8 divided by a negative 4 is just 2. So again, this here then is my x value of the vertex, according to this formula. Now what do I want to do to find the other value? I'm going to substitute this 2 into the equation. So everywhere that I see x, I'm going to put 2. Okay, so just means plug in 2 and simplify. All right, so I'm plugging in 2 and simplifying. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times a negative 2 is a negative 8. So we get negative 8 plus 16 plus 4. So this is 20 minus 8, so the f of 2 is equal to 12. So we get the value 2 and 12. Again, how we get this 12 is we say once we've found the value for x, this is our x value here, then I'm going to say, well, when I substitute x, what is y? And we can spit that out. Because this is a function, I can just plug it in and spit that value out. So there we go. So this is how to use the vertex formula.